everyone. My name is Andrew Sealy, and I am so blessed to have the opportunity to share with you my yoga practice and also to introduce you to the practice of yoga. I'm sure that some of you have heard about yoga before. Maybe some of you have even gone into a few asana classes throughout your lifestyle. And it's really my absolute honor to have the opportunity to guide you through this next few weeks yoga classes. And first we'll start every single class with a lecture just to give you a little bit more awareness as to what yoga is and how we can incorporate it into our lives. And we'll also end our lecture with a journaling prompt, and then we will start our yoga class into the asana, which is the actual physical movement of yoga. And yoga is something that has been absolutely empowering on my path of finding myself, of really diving deeper into my breath and finding a deeper sense of integration as to how I can bring that awareness of my breath into my practice and that practice into my life. And from that, I have really found more harmonious awareness and how I can be more uplifting to all of the beings around me while at the same time staying true to myself. And I feel that yoga happens to be one of the most incredible practices that you can incorporate into your lifestyle, whether it's just a simple few flows that you do in the morning or the evening, or maybe it's a little bit of meditation in the morning or some mindful breath work before you go to sleep. All of these practices that are all part of yoga are absolutely empowering and helping to bring a more balanced version of you. And when it comes down to it, we are all guided into this lifetime with so many different talents, so many different, what I would call just passions and things that we really look to create in this world. And when we practice yoga, we find that creating them becomes more effortless because the whole practice of yoga is union. It's really bringing together the left and the right. It's bringing together the feminine and the masculine. It's bringing together a deep sense of observation of what is the opposite. So the light and the dark, what we would call like the shadow self and also the light body. And doing these practices will help to bring forth a deeper awareness that inside of your own being is an intuition. And that intuition is that little voice that you get when, maybe you're at the tail end of your workout and something just pushes you through and says, you got this. Or maybe you're in a very interesting situation and something says, hey, this is actually the time to leave. That intuition, that intuitive voice is that little space within yourself that you can actually harmonize with the deeper practice of yoga so that you can become a clear vessel. And that means that source, light, universal wisdom, God, whatever you would like to call it, will speak through you and help you through your existence, help you through your lifetime, help you find your alignment so that you can truly shine divine. And that's why I'm so excited to help you with this guidance of yoga, because it really is something that has helped me, and I'm excited for it to help you as well. And right now, in the current times that we're in, there's been a lot of disconnect, a lot of people feeling like they're not actually part of a whole. And the whole practice of yoga brings us back to this awareness that we are all part of the whole. So whether, it's a plant, a crystal, a human being, an animal, we are all integral parts of this whole beautiful, magical working universe that all is working exactly as it's meant to be so that we can all uplift this vibration and live in a deep sense of freedom, awareness of how we can actually share our wisdom and uplift those around us and our environment. So yoga, as we usually see it, is something that most people see as just the physical asana. And the physical asana is just one little aspect of yoga, right? A lot of people see these movements, and that is just the physical practice. That's only one limb of this holistic practice that we know of yoga, and it's actually 8 whole limbs that brings forth the full integration of yoga. And that full integration starts off with the simple observation of things that we should do and things that we should not do, right? So simple things like really tapping into a deeper sense of awareness of not stealing, whether it's time or whether it's actual physical items, not being too attached to things, whether it's, someone that may be a loved one, or maybe even just the simplicity of how time is changing. And these are like the things that we obviously have to be aware of. So you have the precepts, which are the yamas and the niyamas. So it's basically like what everyone knows within their own being, but sometimes forgets along this materialistic lifestyle that we live. So that brings us to our third limb of yoga, which is actually called asana. And the asana practice is the physical practice that we see where people are moving their bodies, putting themselves into different shapes. For me, it's handstands. I absolutely love handstands. I love sharing them with others. I love getting upside down, elongating the spine. All of these postural yoga practices are called asana. And the asana is literally to bring you to a state within your physical form that you're allowed to bring forth a deeper awareness to your breath. Because every time that we move with mindful awareness, that is when we're truly tapping into a deeper state of how we can actually move through space with more graceful power, right? So we want to be able to move with a deeper sense of awareness as to how we can be efficient with our breath and also focused with our intention. So those are two aspects of the asana practice that really bring us to a deeper sense of steadiness, which is like that determination that keeps you completely focused in your practice, and then also that sukham, that flow, that nice ease that we get. And you want to find that balance in your practice, and you'll find that balance hopefully over these next few weeks where we'll be practicing together. Okay? And so from the third limb, which is asana, that brings us to our fourth limb, which is all about your breath. As we all know, our breath is what connects us to all life. Every single breath that you breathe is literally the same oxygen that has been recycled throughout time here on Earth. That's a pretty wild concept to think about, right? That we could even be breathing the same molecules of oxygen that had been breathed by dinosaurs hundreds of millions of years ago. That is pretty crazy, right? So the breath connects every single living being here on this earth. And that is why it's so important for us to tap into our breath, to become more mindful as to how we can breathe with a deeper sense of full inhales and deep exhales. And when we really find a yogic breath, that is when we're allowing ourselves to release tension, to release stress, to release all of the anticipation of, oh, I gotta go here, I gotta get from there to there, to let's see how we can move with a deeper sense of grace. Let's see how we can become more poignant and more precise with how we're utilizing our minds to bring this body into the physical realm of manifestation. And that is really when you begin to see that your breath changes your body. And that's when the magic starts to happen. So that is the fourth limb, which is called pranayama, and that brings us to the fifth limb, which is called pratyahara, which is relieving ourselves from our senses. So we have these lovely five senses. You've got your sight, you got your smell, you've got your taste, you've got your hearing, and then you've also got your touch. And these five senses happen to bring us to an awareness of the world that is around us. And when we start to tap into a deeper awareness of the world around us, then we get to the point where we become so sensitive that maybe we don't actually need to touch something to actually feel it, right? Maybe we actually don't need to see something to know that it's there. That's kind of like, the effervescent life that fills your body each and every day. When you wake up and you take a big yawn and you open up your chest and you're like, life is good, right? You remind yourself of that breath, that beauty that is entwined into each and every cell of you. And that is really what allows you to see a clear view of what's going on. And that's why the pratyahara is so important, because you're actually bringing yourself away from those senses and bringing yourself back into the essence within. And that actually brings us to our next step, which is step number 6. This is called dhyana. And dhyana is where we find focus. where we find a deep discipline that allows us to actually find one single point and focus on that one single point. Oftentimes we see, race car drivers, golfers, we see athletes tap into this deep state of flow. And this is very similar to the dhyana, where a yogi may be someone who looks directly at a single burst of flame, a candle burning and sitting deep in meditation. Or a yogi may also be someone who, is on a handstand and just looking at one single little point, focusing all that intention into that point so that they can really find a deep sense of balance. And so that is our dhyana, which brings us to dharana, which is the next step. And this is when we're actually allowing ourselves to, instead of just focusing on one single point, we actually become the point, right? And it's almost like when you have the opportunity to become the point, that is when you realize that we're not separate, that the same breath that I'm breathing is the same breath that you're breathing, is the same breath that the dinosaurs are breathing. And maybe all of this breath is really just a deep sense of awareness that all of these molecules that make up all of these particles that make up all the life that is actually one big cosmic soup of energy working together. And that's really when the magic starts to happen, and the dhyana starts to come to dharana, and the dharana comes to a deep sense of samadhi. And that is our 8th limb of yoga. And the 8th limb of yoga is what we call nirvana. It's what we call bliss. It's the effervescence of Ananda, the magic that pervades all of the universe, the real presence that is brought forth through those wonderful ecstatic moments in life when we just have everlasting joy. When we forget about what time it is, when we forget about what our name is, when we forget that we're even a human being, and when we realize that all of this life is meant to be enjoyed in the deep state of love that is bliss, everlasting love, that brings us to moments that we call samadhi. And so that is the 8-limbed path of yoga. That is what we will be talking about in more detail throughout this wonderful class. And it also is something that we will be practicing, because we will be practicing the asana. We also will be practicing some breath holds. We also will be practicing a deeper awareness of how we can focus our intention to find meditation. And so all of these things are things that we will touch on. This book right here, which is called Light on Yoga by BKS Iyengar, is a book that I would highly recommend for everyone. It has most of the fundamental postures, and it also has a little bit of a reading in the beginning where you can learn a little bit more about those different steps that I was talking about in yoga. And it talks about, everything from tapas being like your conscious effort to achieve ultimate union with the divine within yourself and throughout. And it talks also about the different asanas and how we can really dive deeper into these asanas. And we also talk about, all of the different details of like the magical Hindu philosophies. And I say magical because I've been practicing yoga now for 12 years, and I've literally witnessed things that I never thought could happen before. I've been teaching yoga all around the world. I've been having the opportunity to uplift, everyone from athletes to really incredible entrepreneurs to people like Tim Ferriss and people like really just lots of incredible human beings. And it's not to say that, helping people who are influential is really what matters. It's more so to say that helping yourself to a space where you come to an awareness that you have something to share with the world, that I think is the most important thing about yoga. And that is what makes me so excited about sharing yoga with this world, because it's seeing people light up again. It's seeing people come back to the awareness that they have a purpose, that they have something that is integral to their being that is here to be shared with this world. And I really do truly believe that we all do have a purpose, and it's just a matter of tapping back into our breath, tapping back into our body, really becoming stewards of this vessel. As they say, your body is your temple. And if we truly treat it as a temple, then we can reach a deeper sense of spiritual awareness and thus live a life of connection. live a life of love, live a life where we can see our dreams manifest right here in this reality. And that is what I wish to share to you. So I just want you to know that throughout this class as well, we will be practicing, and the classes will get increasingly more what I would call challenging. They will not be overly demanding. They will not be quote unquote physically hard, but they will require you to utilize your breath to step outside of your comfort zone. And I feel that it's so important for us nowadays, more than ever, especially, to get our bodies moving, to tap back into that which is this health, that which is this deep sense of wealth that is imbibed in each and every breath, that when we bring presence to our breath, we can truly see our reality begin to shine. And so these classes will get progressively more challenging to require you to dive deeper into your breath so that you can actually bring yourself out of that comfort zone and continue to grow. That's what we're here for. The only time that we grow is when we become uncomfortable. And when we become uncomfortable, we actually allow ourselves that little bit of space to breathe into something that is outside of ourselves. And that in itself is expansion. And so we will be expanding and then integrating, and then expanding and then integrating. And so I just wanted to leave you with this little word of advice. Stay consistent. Stick through. Practice every single class. Watch these videos and have the opportunity to connect with me, as I will be live for the other classes. The only reason that I'm not live today is because I'm leading an incredible retreat here in Los Angeles. But otherwise, I will be live for you from Costa Rica, where I'm heading back to on Sunday. So I'm really excited to have you in class. Thank you all so much for participating. It's a blessing and an honor to be here with you. And your journal prompt for today is, what do you wish to achieve throughout these next few weeks in your practice of yoga? What do you wish to achieve in these next few weeks in your practice of yoga? Blessings. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in class. It's going to be an epic one. Blessings and welcome to this loving awareness class, where we will be truly tapping into the compassionate awareness of our hearts. I am so excited to be here with you all, so excited to share this practice with you, as this is our opportunity to tap into a deeper awareness of our heart-centered breath and how we can share that heart-centered awareness not just with ourselves but with the world. So we'll go ahead and get started today on our backs. Feel free to take a laying position on your back body, just opening up the arms, laying here on your back, relaxing fully into your breath. Nice deep inhale to the tops of the lungs, deep exhale to the bottom of the belly, creating a deeper sense of awareness with each inhale and a deeper sense of calm, compassionate, loving harmony with each exhale. Gently draw your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly, drawing that deep sense of compassion for yourself into each breath. As you inhale, allowing the chest to rise. As you exhale, let go of any stress, any tension, any unneeded anxiety. Just let it go. Deep inhale into the tops of the lungs. Create more space as you breathe in. Gentle exhale to the bottom of the belly. Just holding yourself with compassion. Really feeling your heart connect with your hands as you inhale. Fill up, breathe up, lift up, extend and expand into that loving awareness. And exhale. Coming back to center, coming back to wholeness, coming back to what it feels to be alive. On your next inhale, gently place a bend in both of your knees. See if you can tickle your heels with your fingertips. Take a deep inhale, lift your hips up as you reach your hands up and over your head, As you exhale, draw your hips down and bring your fingertips to touch your heels. Inhale, lift the hips up, breathe up, lengthen up, create more space. Exhale, roll the hips down. Just allowing your breath to flow through your body like the ocean, creating more space. As you release any unneeded emotion, tapping back into the simplicity of being, which allows you to realize the bliss that is seeing. Observing the thoughts, not becoming attached to them, instead just breathing into the body. Last 2 big breaths. And 1, lifting the hips up. Exhale, hips come down to the ground. Gently draw your right knee into the chest, extend your left leg out. Take a few gentle circles into your right hip flexor, breathing more awareness into your right knee, drawing a deeper sense of love and compassion into that right leg as you circle into your right ankle. Breathing deeply into your inhales and your exhales here. Go ahead and bring your right hand to your right knee, your left hand to your left hip, and gently open up the right knee towards the right side. Just bouncing into the hip, creating a deeper relationship of your breath and your body. Maybe you close your eyes here and focus on how it feels rather than how it looks. Take 2 more deep breaths. And 1, inhale brings you back through center. Go ahead and draw your left knee into the chest and give yourself a few gentle rocks on your back body. Just opening up, lengthening through your spine, breathing all the way up the midline. As you exhale here, draw your left knee into your chest, extend the right leg out. Take a few gentle circles here into your left ankle, into your left toes, breathing deeply in and out through your nose, allowing your breath to create a deeper sense of awareness all the way through your body. Just reminding yourself that with each breath, you can bring forth a deeper sense of love, of compassion, of happiness, of harmony, right into your body. Gentle circles in the opposite direction. Go ahead and bring your right hand to your right hip, your left hand to your left knee. Gentle pulses out to the left side. Taking your time as you let the spine glide, bringing some fresh oxygen into your hips, breathing into this relationship of your body and your breath. This is where the love starts, right here, when you have the opportunity to bring presence to each breath and really bring that breath into the vessel of life that is your body. As you inhale back through center, hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a few rolls of loving awareness, feeling the breath ride all the way up the spine, tapping into the body, relaxing the mind. We'll all roll ourselves up to a comfortable seat where the spine can be upright. As you arrive at that comfortable seat, go ahead and take a deep inhale here, lifting your heart into your hands as you set an intention of loving awareness, of conscious compassion, right here at your heart center. Take a deep inhale, hands reach up, lift up, lengthen up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, lift up, reach up, breathe up, lengthen up, drawing all the energy that you need right to your heart center. Filling yourself up with that loving, compassionate awareness. Hands reach up and draw the hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale into the tops of your lungs to prepare for 1 sound of Om. Feeling that gratitude fill you up as the universe breathes into you. Take a deep inhale to take a new view as you plant your palms down onto the mat. Come onto your hands and your knees into a tabletop position. As you arrive in the tabletop position, go ahead and sway the hips to the right, spreading through the fingertips, opening up through the toes, breathing deep inhales in and out through your nose, tapping into your inhales and your exhales. Really spreading through your palms as you circle here. Go ahead and opposite the rotation. Imagine your hands like the base of a tree and your fingers like the roots, expanding out, really drawing forth all the nutrients, all the vibration needed for a beautiful day. Tapping into your body as you continue to say, I am loving awareness. Nice deep inhale here brings you back through center. Go ahead and bring your palms to face the outside of the mat. Gentle swivel left and then right, really creating as much space as possible through your side body. Opening up here, creating more space with your breath. Diving deeper into your inhales and your exhales, relaxing your head side to side, letting your spine glide. Nice deep inhale draws you back through center. Lift the chest, bring the palms to face forward. Inhale your heart up. Exhale, draw the navel in towards the midline. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, draw the navel in towards the midline. Inhale, heart up, lift and lengthen. Exhale, draw the navel in towards the midline. Inhale, lift up, breathe up, lengthen up. Draw the heart forward. And as you exhale, go ahead and come high up onto your fingertips and extend your fingertips forward and draw your hips back. Go ahead and sit your hips towards your heels as you really feel the length through your arms, extending the palms forward. Stay high up onto your fingertips. Give a gentle sway side to side. So hips are away from the heels. Hips are stacked over the knees, really creating more space through the side body. Sway side to side. See if you can open up your spine. Let your spine glide. Diving deeper into your inhales and your exhales here. Last 3. 2 big breaths. And 1. Fully opening up the heart here. Lift the heart forward. And then as you exhale, melt your heart towards the mat. Really energize your arms. Tuck your toes. Gently walk your knees towards your nose. Press into the palms. Tuck the toes, hips up and back for your first down dog pose. Pedaling into the feet here. Really opening up through the hamstrings, creating more space as you truly walk out the hamstrings, diving deeper into the breath, allowing the breath to create more space through the body. Relax your head and your neck. See if you can open up through the trapezius muscles. Press into the fingertips. Dive deeper into this relationship of your body and your breath. With compassion, generously bend your knees, look towards the top of the mat and step or hop it forward. You could even walk it forward. Inhale, heart lifts up. Exhale, forward fold. Generous bend in your knees. Bring your hands to opposite elbows and cradle yourself with love. Gently sway yourself side to side, relaxing the head and the neck. Let your spine glide. Take a deep inhale here as you bend your knees. Inhale, hands reach up, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Go ahead and step your feet to the top of the mat for 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, hands reach up. As you exhale, cactus your arms, open your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms, bend your knees, walk the feet back, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, scoop the heart up, let the breath seep in. Exhale, drop the knees, tuck the toes, hips up and back, down dog pose, pedal into it. Breathe into the hamstrings. See how much compassion you can bring into your body just with the ease, the simplicity, and the harmony of your breath. Find stillness for 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, bend your knees, step or hop it forward. Whatever works best for you is what you should do. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Hands reach up, breathe up, lengthen up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping the feet together at the top of the mat. Inhale, hands reach up, lift up, breathe up. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, lift up, breathe up, lengthen up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms, bend the knees. Step it back. Lower through your chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, whatever works best for you. Let the breath seep in, open the heart. Exhale, tap the knees down, toes tuck, hips up and back, down dog pose. Breathe into the body. How much more space can you create just with the simplicity of your breath? How much more compassion can you breathe into you as you take this time to feel into a new view? Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees, look in between the hands, step or hop it forward. Inhale, up halfway, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, hands reach up, breathe up, lengthen up. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, breathe up, lift up, lengthen up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms, bend your knees, step or hop it back, lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, up to your up dog. Exhale, knees tuck, toes, hips up and back, down dog pose. Nice deep inhale here, right leg reaches up to the sky. Take a bend in your right hip, open the hip up high. Take 5 big circles to relax the hips, to breathe into this relationship of the hips and the lower back. Opposite the rotation, gentle circles in the opposite direction. Nice deep inhale here, lift the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Go ahead and come high up onto your fingertips. As you inhale, lift your heart forward. As you exhale, gently begin to fold into your right leg. Drawing compassion into your heart as you open. Drawing humble nobility as you fold. Extending your heart forward as you inhale. Extending your right leg to straight as much as you can as you exhale. Just being compassionate with your body wherever you are. Tapping in, realizing that you are a star just for being here, for showing up. Right knee stacks over the right ankle. Plant your left hand down and reach your right hand up to the sky. Open up the arm, open up high. Maybe you can feel a smile emerge on your face, realizing that you are loving awareness and absolutely blissful grace. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, right hand comes down to the ground. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, hands reach up, lift up, lengthen up. Breathe into the chest. Create even more space. Remind yourself you're blessed to be right here, right now. And then as you exhale, draw your hands to your heart center. Feel your lower belly engage. Maybe you can put a deeper bend in your right knee as you twist left elbow, right knee. Feeling your heart lift towards your hands, drawing more awareness into this breath, more compassion into this breath. Just one more deep breath left. Deep inhale. Exhale draws you back through center. Hands reach up, lift up, lengthen up. As you exhale, frame your front foot. Lift the back knee up. Step the right foot back. Lower through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, whatever feels best for you. Inhale, heart lifts up. Exhale, down dog. Breathing into your down dog, pressing into your palms, lifting your hips up and back. Find stillness for 3 deep breaths. Nice deep inhale, left leg reaches up to the sky. Take a bend in your left knee, open up high, take 5 big circles. Create more space. Diving deeper into the inhales and the exhales. Go ahead and opposite the rotation, big circles in the opposite direction. Taking your time to breathe length into your spine. As you inhale here, left leg reaches up and back. Square out those hips, toes point down. As you exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Find the fingertips nice and high as you inhale, heart forward, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, gentle fold. Inhale, breathe, open your heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, breathe, open the heart. Exhale, fold. Really using your breath as a means to create more space. Using your intention as an opportunity to bring compassion into each and every place that is your body. Last 2 deep breaths, heart forward. Exhale, lengthen. Last 1. Go ahead and keep a bend in your left knee, stacking the knee over the ankle. Plant your right hand down and lift your left hand up to the sky. Opening up through your wingspan, lift up high. Create more space through your shoulders. Really reach up, breathe up, lengthen up. And as you exhale, draw the left hand down. Go ahead and drop your back knee down to the mat. Inhale, hands reach up, lift up, lengthen up. Feel your lungs open. Feel your heart open. Feel your whole being open to that which is the compassionate awareness of your being. As you draw your hands to your heart center, gently take a gentle bend into your left knee and twist right elbow to your left knee, lifting your heart towards your hands, creating more space as you dive deeper into that which is a harmonious place of being right here, right now. The most important thing we can be is present. Nice deep inhale draws us back through center. Hands reach up, lift up, lengthen up. As you exhale, frame your front foot, lift your back knee, step the left foot forward. Lower through your chaturanga. Inhale up to your up dog. Exhale into a child's pose. Knees wide, relax. Let your spine glide. Just being compassionate with yourself, taking your time to gently relax and release your lower back and spine. Breathing fresh awareness all the way in and up. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, walk your knees towards your wrists. Inhale, lift up onto your knees and bring your hands to your hips. As you lift through your heart, go ahead and bring your right hand to your glute and your left hand to your glute. Lift through your heart, open up your chest. Remind yourself that you are infinitely blessed to be right here, right now. And as you exhale, gently come back through center. Allow your hips to come down to your heels. I like to bring my fingertips to the outsides of the knees and gently sway side to side. Letting the spine glide, relaxing the hip flexors. We'll take one more back bend here to open up the heart and lengthen the spine, to feel that energy rise up so that we can attune to our inner divine. Again, you can place your hands at your glutes, or if you're feeling more adventurous, you can tuck your toes. Perhaps your right hand comes to your right heel. Perhaps your left hand comes to your left heel. As you lift open, really flower open your heart. Feel the blossoming of your compassionate heart open, creating more space for love, happiness, joy to fill the space of your body, mind, and spirit. Say it with me. I am loving awareness. Deep inhale. I am loving awareness. Deep inhale. I am loving awareness. Gently release your hands as you draw your hands back to your hips. Exhale, untuck your toes. Bring your hips back towards your heels. And sit here in your hero's pose, as we are all heroes of our own story. We are all absolutely wonderful beings here, united by the heart space, by that which is the beat of cosmic awareness that connects us all. Go ahead and take your hands to your heart. And as you exhale, gently roll onto whichever side of your hips are most open. Extend both legs forward. Give your legs a nice little shake side to side. Gently draw a bend to both of your knees. As your hands come onto your knees, lift your heart up. As you exhale, round your spine. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, round your spine, relax. Deep inhale, lift your heart up. And as you exhale, relax your arms away from your knees and lower all the way down onto your back body. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Gently, knees go to the right side. Inhale, knees go to the left. Inhale, both knees go to the right side. On your exhale, inhale, both knees go to the left. Just windshield wiping your legs, creating more space in the hips, allowing your breath to breathe into this relationship. On your next inhale, go ahead and draw your hands to the backs of the thighs, reach your feet up towards the sky and come into a happy baby. You can bring your hands to the soles of the feet or maybe to your ankles or your shins, wherever they are. Just let your breath breathe in as you draw your lower back down to the mat. Relax your head and your neck. Cradle yourself with love. Come back to that compassionate awareness. Be like a child. Remember, as a child, we had no worries. We were just present to every single moment, to every smell, to every sight, to every sound. So be like a child once again, present to the awareness of that which is the ever-changing bliss. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, gently release your hands from your feet and shake it out. Have the biggest happy tantrum ever. Shake it out, shake it out. Shake out any stress, any unneeded tension, anything that doesn't serve you. And let's take a deep inhale into the tops of the lungs to let in what does serve you. Breathe in love, happiness, loving awareness, compassion, joy, bliss. Take a deep inhale in just like this. Hold it. And exhale, release. Coming into your final resting position, relaxing into your Shavasana with a deeper sense of love and compassion. You can stay here in your Shavasana for the next 33 breaths, or you can sit up to a comfortable seat and find a closed eye meditation. Whatever works best for you is what you should do. So allowing yourself to be here, consciously present. In your next inhale, gently draw some awareness to your heart as you rise to a comfortable seat where your spine can be upright, drawing your hands to heart center. Just taking your time to be here, attuned to that which is your inner divine. Wherever you are in the world, know that we are all connected. We are all connected by this effervescent beauty that is our breath, and by this magnificent, energetic consciousness that brings forth that which is loving awareness. Breathe into that state. Breathe into your being, as this is the bliss worth seeing. Take a deep inhale into the tops of your lungs. Exhale through your mouth. Nice deep inhale to prepare for one sound of Om. Bring the same sense of mindful awareness, of loving awareness, of blissful, compassionate awareness into the rest of your days. As I bow to you all, I say namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this practice brought you to a lighter sense of being and a more present, loving awareness that is worth seeing. We're all in this together. Take your time, wherever you are, to just remember that you are a star.